overheard my fiancée planning to leave me at the altar, so I left first. I wasn't supposed to hear it. If I had shown up 5 minutes later, if I had parked in a different spot, if I had just gone straight inside instead of hesitating, I never would have known, and I would have walked right into the most humiliating moment of my life. It happened 3 days before the wedding. Everything was set, venue booked, final head count confirmed, vendors paid. Months of planning, thousands of dollars, and what felt like a lifetime of anticipation had all led to this moment. I had spent the past year making sure the wedding would be perfect for Lauren, my fiancée. She was the one who cared about the details, what flowers we used, the color of the table linens, the seating arrangements. I just wanted to marry her. Or at least, I thought I did. I left work early that day because I wanted to surprise her. She had mentioned she was meeting her maid of honor, Hannah, for a final dress fitting, and I figured I'd swing by, say hi, maybe take them out for dinner afterward. I was in a good mood, thinking about how in just a few days we'd be husband and wife. Then I pulled into the parking lot of the boutique and saw them standing outside talking. I should have walked in, but then I heard my name. I mean, let's be real, Lauren said, laughing. I was never actually going to marry him. I stopped cold. Hannah sounded shocked. Lauren, what the hell? Then why did you agree to all this? Lauren sighed like she was bored of the conversation already. Because it made sense at the time, it was easy, and I didn't think I'd actually go through with it. I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. Hannah's voice dropped, almost like she didn't want anyone to hear. So, what's your plan? You just gonna dump him at the altar? Lauren shrugged. Probably before then. Maybe the morning of, just to avoid the whole dramatic scene. But yeah, basically. I don't know how long I stood there, my heart pounding so hard I could barely hear anything else. The woman I had spent the last 4 years with, the person I had planned to spend the rest of my life with, had been playing along like it was some sort of game. She had never planned on going through with it. And yet, she let me put down thousands of dollars for a wedding she never intended to have. Let me believe she wanted this. Let me think she loved me the way I loved her. Hannah said something else, something about how messed up this was, but I wasn't listening anymore. I had heard enough. I wasn't about to let her blindside me on the most important day of my life. No, if she thought she was going to leave me standing there like some pathetic fool, she had another thing coming, because I was going to leave first. I got back in my car and drove home in complete silence. I don't even remember the drive, just the feeling in my chest, like my whole world had collapsed in on itself. I sat on the couch for a long time, staring at nothing, replaying her words over and over in my head. I was never actually going to marry him. I had no idea how I didn't see it before. Looking back, there had been signs. The lack of excitement when we talked about the future, the way she brushed off any conversations about marriage that weren't directly related to the wedding. But I had ignored them, convinced myself that it was just pre-wedding stress, that she was overwhelmed. I was an idiot. But I wasn't going to let her humiliate me. I wasn't going to wait for her to decide when to pull the rug out from under me. So I got up, grabbed my phone, and called my lawyer. The first thing I did was cancel everything. Venue? Cancelled. Caterer? Cancelled. Photographer, florist, DJ? All gone within hours. I made sure to get refunds wherever possible. If I was going to be played like a fool, I wasn't about to let it cost me another cent. Then I called my family. I told them everything. I expected some kind of shock, maybe disbelief, but instead, I got immediate support. My dad, who had never really liked Lauren, just sighed and said, "Better now than later." My sister was furious. My mum, absolutely livid. They were all on board with what I was about to do, and my friends, they were ready for war. Lauren thought she had everything under control. She thought she was in the driver's seat, that she was going to be the one to walk away on her terms. But she had no idea what was coming, because by the time she figured it out, I would already be gone. I didn't sleep that night. I wasn't sad. I wasn't heartbroken. I was furious. I had spent years loving this woman, supporting her, making sacrifices for our future. And the whole time, she had been playing along, waiting for the right moment to humiliate me. But she wasn't going to get that chance. By morning, everything was set. The venue, cancelled. The caterer, photographer, DJ, all gone. My lawyer had started the paperwork, and my family and friends were in on the plan. Now, I just had to make sure Lauren found out the hard way. I went to work like nothing had happened. No calls to her, no texts. I knew she'd be expecting a sweet message from me, maybe a reminder about some last-minute wedding detail. Instead, she got silence. Around noon, I got my first text from her. "Hey, babe, are we still meeting up later?" I let it sit there, unread. An hour later, another one. "Everything okay? Haven't heard from you today. Oh, trust me, Lauren, you'll be hearing from me soon." By the time I left work, my phone had 7 unread messages from her, all variations of "Where are you?" and "Is something wrong?" She had no clue that her perfectly planned escape was about to crash and burn. That night, I packed up my things and left our shared apartment. My name was on the lease, not hers. I had already spoken to the landlord, who was more than happy to remove her from the agreement since I had been the only one paying rent for the past year anyway. By the time she came home, my key was on the counter, my things were gone, and all that was left was a single envelope. Inside, a printed copy of the text messages and receipts I had gathered. I also included a simple note. "You were never going to marry me? Good. Saves me the trouble of leaving you first." I blocked her number and left before she even had a chance to react. The real fun started the next morning. The text and voicemail started early. I hadn't blocked her on everything yet. I wanted her to panic first. "Babe, what is this? Why aren't you answering? Where are you? Why is the venue saying the wedding is cancelled?" Oh, so now she cared? Then, my favorite one, "What did you do?" I laughed. "Oh, Lauren, you thought you were in control of this? That you were going to drop me at the last second and play the victim? No. I left first." Then the calls from her friends started. I ignored those too. I already knew what was happening. Her entire plan had fallen apart. She was scrambling, trying to do damage control, but it was too late. My family was already spreading the truth. By noon, everyone knew. Her family, her friends, the wedding guests, everyone knew what she had done. The whispers started. People pulled out of her bridal party. Friends who had once blindly supported her started distancing themselves. She called my mum. Big mistake. My mum, who had never liked Lauren to begin with, ripped into her so hard that she actually texted me afterward. "I don't think she'll be calling me again." Good. Then came the best part, the phone call from her father. I answered this one, not because I cared what he had to say, but because I wanted to know exactly how badly she was spiraling. "Son," he said, his voice already tired. "What the hell happened?" I told him. Everything. Silence. Then he sighed, deep and heavy. "I'm going to kill her." I actually laughed. "Don't bother. She already ruined herself." He apologized over and over again, embarrassed by his own daughter. "If I had known," he started, but stopped himself. "It doesn't matter now," I said, and it didn't, because Lauren was alone. Her entire support system crumbled overnight. Her parents refused to help her financially. Her friends turned on her once they found out the truth. Some of them tried to defend her at first, until I forwarded the receipts. Then, silence. But I wasn't done yet. A week after I left, I sent one last message before blocking her for good. "By the way, the landlord is expecting you to be out by Friday. Have fun." And with that, I was free. She tried to call one last time. I didn't answer. She tried emailing me, apologizing, saying she wasn't thinking clearly, that she had just been scared of commitment and that she never really meant to hurt me. I never responded. Because she didn't get to rewrite the story now that she was the one suffering. She thought she could leave me at the altar, humiliate me in front of everyone, and walk away looking like the victim. Instead, she got left with nothing, and I moved on. I took a trip with the money I saved from canceling the wedding. I got a fresh start, surrounded by people who actually cared about me. And the best part? Lauren got exactly what she deserved. After I sent that final message and blocked her, I expected that to be the end of it. I had done what I needed to do. I walked away first. I made sure everyone knew the truth, and I ensured she had nothing left. I thought she'd accept her defeat and disappear. I underestimated just how desperate she would get. Lauren didn't just take the loss. She tried to rewrite history. It started with a few of our mutual friends, the ones who had stayed neutral at first, unsure of what to believe. She must have realized that she had lost everyone else, because suddenly she was playing the victim. She told people I had overreacted, that I had misunderstood what she was saying in the parking lot, that I had blindsided her by leaving and canceling everything. She painted this picture of me as some emotionally unstable, impulsive maniac. who had thrown away our relationship over a harmless conversation. I might have been worried, except I had all the proof. Whenever someone texted me asking if what she was saying was true, I sent them the receipts. Word for word, her plan to leave me at the altar in her own voice. People dropped her like a bad habit after that, but she wasn't done. Since she couldn't manipulate our friends, she went after my family. One afternoon, I got a call from my aunt. She's the type who always believes in talking things through, the everything can be solved if you just communicate type. I answered, already knowing what was coming. Honey, have you thought about maybe sitting down with Lauren just to talk? I almost laughed. Talk about what? How she planned to humiliate me and got caught. She sighed. She just seems really lost. She's saying she made a huge mistake. I shook my head. A mistake is spilling coffee on someone's shirt. She spent months planning to dump me on our wedding day. That's not a mistake. That's premeditated cruelty. Silence. Then my aunt let out a quiet, well, when you put it like that. After that, no one else in my family tried to convince me to talk to her. Lauren must have realized the guilt tripping wasn't working because she changed tactics. A few days later, I got a text from a friend. Dude, check Lauren's Facebook. I hadn't looked at her social media since everything went down, but when I did, pure gold. She had posted some long dramatic rant about being betrayed and how some people don't appreciate love when they have it. She made it sound like she was the one who had been abandoned, like she was some heartbroken woman left at the altar by a cold, heartless man. She even posted a black and white photo of her engagement ring sitting on a table, all sad and moody. I nearly choked on my drink laughing. People in the comments weren't buying it. Girl, didn't you literally say you were never planning to marry him? You got caught, just take the L. Imagine trying to gaslight an entire friend group. The post backfired spectacularly. Instead of getting sympathy, she got roasted. She ended up deleting it a few hours later, but the damage was done. Lauren was officially a joke. A week passed with no contact. I had started moving on, enjoying my new freedom, feeling lighter than I had in years. Then, out of nowhere, I got an email. Hey, I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I almost deleted it on the spot, but curiosity got the better of me. I didn't mean for things to happen this way. I was just scared. Marriage is a big deal, and I guess I panicked. But I loved you. I really did. I just got in my own head. I miss you. I miss us. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I just wish we could talk. Ah, yes. The classic, I didn't mean to ruin your life. I was just scared excuse. I didn't respond. She followed up 2 days later. I saw that you untagged yourself from all our pictures. I get it, but do you really want to erase everything? We had 4 good years together. Does none of that mean anything to you? I ignored that one too. 2 more days, another email. I heard you going on that trip. I hope you're okay. I really hope you're happy. Ooh, I was more than happy, because while she was wallowing in regret, I was thriving. Ignoring her emails was the best decision I ever made. I had nothing left to say to her. She wasn't reaching out because she missed me. She was reaching out because she missed control. She had spent months planning how she was going to leave me, on her terms, in her way, and when I took that power away, she didn't know how to handle it. Too bad. I blocked her email, just like I had blocked her number. Whatever guilt she had hoped to stir up, whatever emotional reaction she had been fishing for, she wasn't going to get it from me. I was done. Instead of wasting another second thinking about her, I focused on myself. I took the honeymoon trip without her. It was non-refundable, and I figured if anyone deserved a vacation after all that bullshit, it was me. So, I went. Alone. And, let me tell you, best decision ever. I spent 2 weeks in paradise, drinking at the beach, eating amazing food, and actually enjoying myself without worrying about someone else's mood swings, complaints, or selfish nonsense. I met new people, went on excursions, even had a couple of flirty vacation moments that helped remind me that there were, in fact, women out there who weren't complete psychopaths. Meanwhile, Lauren was still spiraling. When I got back, I found out through a friend that she had been telling people we were still working things out. Excuse me? Apparently she had convinced herself that since I wasn't publicly bad-mouthing her or engaging in the drama, that must mean I was still open to a reconciliation. Never mind the fact that I had literally blocked her, ignored every email, and made it crystal clear that I never wanted to see her again. I shut that down fast. I made a single, very public post on social media. Nothing dramatic, nothing angry, just a simple, straightforward statement. For anyone still confused, Lauren and I are not working things out. There is no reconciliation. We are done. I wish her the best, but we are no longer in contact and I intend to keep it that way. She must have seen it within minutes because guess who magically emailed me again? I don't understand why you're acting like this. Why are you making me look bad? I made a mistake, okay? But we had something real. I don't get how you can just erase me like this. Can we please just talk? For the first time since I walked away, I replied, "There is nothing to talk about. You were never going to marry me. You said it yourself. Now you get exactly what you wanted. You don't have to." And then, I blocked her for good. A few months passed and life moved on. I moved on. I started dating again, nothing serious at first, but eventually, I met someone new, someone who didn't play games, who didn't make me feel like an option or a backup plan. It wasn't until I was with her that I realized just how toxic my relationship with Lauren had actually been. As for Lauren, well, it turns out her life didn't work out quite the way she expected. A mutual friend told me she had tried to date after everything, but every guy she met found out what she had done and wanted nothing to do with her. Apparently, being known as the woman who planned to leave her fiancé at the altar isn't a great look in the dating world. She ended up moving out of state to start fresh. Good. I wasn't bitter, I didn't need revenge. I had already won. Because while she was running from her past, I was thriving in my future. And I never looked back.